it's time for some high school football. Hope you had a wonderful Friday the 13th. Welcome to week 9 of the high school football season. Now, as with every Friday night, we kick this party off with our Fat Bay Machinery game of the week. And this Friday was no different. We had a great Sierra Foothill League matchup. Our very own Matt George was at Rocklin High School all night long, and he brings us more.
You picked another excellent rivalry for the Fat Bay Machinery game of the week, but this one goes beyond the field. Tonight's game between the Rocklin Thunder and Del Oro Golden Eagles is dedicated to fallen Rocklin police officer Matt Redding, a local hero who also attended Del Oro High School. It's our battle for the shield. Here's the thing about the Rocklin Thunder. They know how to throw a party. It seemed like half the city was out to watch tonight's game, which was even more special because it's senior night, the final home game for these tremendous Thunder athletes. But they aren't the only ones. Shout out to the amazing Thunder cheerleaders, dance team, and band seniors taking their final bows. Oh, and one more thing before we get to the actual football game. Rocklin and Del Oro had a freaking helicopter bring in the game ball tonight. It felt like the Super Bowl out here. All right, to the action. The Thunder defense was giving the Golden Eagles fits in the first quarter, forcing a pair of turnovers. And their final play of the quarter was this huge connection between quarterback Reeve Sloan and wide receiver Gavin Correa, setting up the game's first touchdown on the very first play of the second quarter, credited to senior receiver Nate Martin. Del Oro trying to answer. Caden Bennett is normally a menace for opposing defenses, but tonight, Rocklin had his number. He's picked off for the second time, giving Rocklin excellent field position and a chance to add on to their early lead. Of course they did. Sloan and Correa connect again, this time for 6, and it's 14-0 Rocklin. Third quarter now, Thunder back on the attack, and this time they strike on the ground. Sloan hands off to running back Rafi Marino, and this kid has pogo sticks for legs. He hops his way into the end zone to extend Rocklin's lead, and even flies high in the celebration, with, of course, the assist from his offensive line. As good as the Thunder defense is, we knew that they weren't going to be able to hold the Golden Eagles out of the end zone the whole night. Junior Marcel Urquhart takes the handoff, bounces to the outside, and once he gets to top speed, nobody's touching him. Del Oro finally gets on the board late in the third quarter, but Sloan and the Thunder wouldn't be denied tonight. Look how slippery this sophomore is. I can't believe he's not butter. But I can believe that the Rocklin Thunder have improved to 7-1 on the season. The final tonight from the battle for the shield, Rocklin 35, Del Oro 14.
Thank you, Matt. Good stuff there. Well, if you know anything about the Sierra Foothill League, you know to grab your popcorn before every league game, because you will be entertained. To El Dorado Hills we go, the Oak Ridge Trojans hosting the Granite Bay Grizzlies. It's homecoming on the campus of Oak Ridge. This is a matchup of 2 of the top 10 teams in the Sac Joaquin section. The world-famous Oak Ridge Marching Band providing the soundtrack for the game, just as funky as they want to be. All right, now to your cuteness for the night. This right here is Eliana. She's just 3 months old, and Mama tells me Eliana is the best baby ever, and she even sleeps through the night. To the game, we'll pick this up in the first quarter. Granite Bay ball. Isaiah N.A. takes the handoff, and this dude is half man, half beast. Look at the stiff arm there. Oh, wee! Isaiah definitely drinks milk. He runs this in for the first touchdown of the game. Grizzlies take an early 7-0 lead, and this Isaiah guy gets it done on both sides of the ball. Don't believe me, just watch. Ensuing possession for Oak Ridge. Joaquin Graves Mercado going to the air, but he's picked off by who else? Isaiah N.A. And Isaiah says, look, I don't know what your plans are for tonight, but I got reservations for 6 at my favorite place, the end zone. The Grizzlies would jump out to a 14-0 lead, but here come the Trojans to the second quarter. Joaquin Graves Mercado going deep, and like a good neighbor, Jaden Anderson is there. He runs us there for the touchdown, and Oak Ridge is on the board. You know, they say it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And Oak Ridge scores 25 unanswered to win this game 25-14. Trojans move to 7-1 on this season. Next, we're heading to Folsom on the campus of Vista del Lago, who has one of the best student sections in the nation. If these guys don't get you pumped up, I don't know what will. The Eagles hosting the red-hot and undefeated Rio Americano Raiders. You know, I think I spot Batman in the student section there. All right, to the game. We'll pick this up in the first quarter. Vista del Lago ball. Johnny Cat buying time in the pocket. He finds Matt Long coming across the middle. And when Long gets in open space, just watch out. Herbs the word, spins the verb, no diggity, no doubt. Eagles take a 14-0 lead to the second quarter now. Rio Americano ball, Ryder Trantham going deep. And watch Antonio Saucedo get on up like James Brown. Hitman, heck of a catch there. Later in the drive, Trantham going to the air again, but Camden King says, sorry, sir, this is the no-fly zone. King gets the interception. Now ensuing possession for Vista del Lago. Keck going deep. Watch the one-handed catch by Matt Long right here. Oh, you fancy, huh? Cat and Long, they're a better duo than Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. And the Eagles go on to win this one 41-15. Vista del Lago moves to 8-1 on the season. Well, in case you haven't been paying attention, the Woodcreek Timberwolves out of Roseville have been feasting this year, just obliterating their opponents along the way. But on Friday night, they faced a hungry Antelope team seeking their third win. The homecoming festivities were on full display on the campus of Antelope High School. And look at this cute moment when they announced the homecoming king and queen. Aww. And check it out. We also had some fireworks. It's lit at Antelope. The Titans looking for the third straight win. But on this night, Woodcreek said, not today. We'll pick this up the third quarter. Woodcreek ball, Austin catapulted with a nice little jump pass to Gio Akuzio. Sorry if I butchered your name, Gio, but he didn't butcher that play. Nice play there, Gio. Same drive for Woodcreek in the red zone now. James Williams takes the handoff, and Williams has more bounce to the outs as he gets in for the touchdown. Timberwolves up by a lot at this point, but Antelope ain't going out like no punk. Ensuing drive for Antelope, David Witten takes matters into his own hands. Literally, Witten putting the team on his back as he races out for a nice sizable gain. But this night belonged to the Timberwolves. Woodcreek wins this one 44-3. The T-Wolves move to 7-1 on the season. Well, so far, we've been to Rocklin, Folsom, Antelope, El Dorado Hills, but we have yet to head to the 209. And that's where we find our very own John Bartell, who's recapping a big game featuring schools from Stockton and Tracy. Take it away, Johnny Football.
Hey, Johnny Football here in Tracy. It's Bulldogs versus Rams. Let's get to those highlights. Well, it was a nice night to wear pink, and the Lady Bulldogs came dressed to impress. But tonight, the ones really making the impression was St. Mary's football team. Take, for example, this long bomb from about the 40-yard line. That's Sam Huggins throwing to Kenneth Moore. Nice way to start the game. If you thought that was impressive, watch this. A little quick toss over the line to Osani Gales, who apparently put on his long-distance running shoes because he's going to run all the way down well over 70 yards. Look at him go wide open there. And that boy made somebody's mom proud. Take a listen to the excitement of this fan. Here's one you don't see very often. Bulldogs punting, and the Rams are ready. That's Kenneth Moore again. And I know I'm on the opposite side of the field, but watch him go. That is a punt return taken all the way to the end zone. Hope you're not tired of seeing St. Mary's in the end zone, because here comes a twofer. This pass goes to Caden Wilson. Unfortunately, there's a flag on the play and it doesn't count, but watch the very next play, an even longer throw. Unfortunately for the Bulldogs, this next play completely knocking the wind out of them. This time it's Carter Wilson's turn, and he decides to come right at me. He's in the end zone. Rams will take home the win, 42-14.
You know, as long as we came together as a team, that's all that matters.
All right, well, that's all from Tracy. I'm Johnny Football. Back to you.
Thank you, Johnny Football. Good stuff there. Now, we're going to keep this show going. I'm not tired yet. Well, it was a special night on the campus of Mesa Verde in Citrus Heights. Now, for the last 49 years, the Mavericks have never hosted a home football game until Friday night. Take a look at that shiny, brand new stadium on the campus of Mesa Verde. The Mavericks welcome in the Rio Linda Knights. Both of these teams enter Friday night's contest with a 3-4 record. We'll pick this up in the first quarter. Mesa Verde ball. Carlos Moreno takes the handoff, and Moreno bringing the pain as he rumbles and tumbles for a nice chunk of yardage. Later on the drive, Mavericks quarterback Ryan Jurgensen calls his own number, and Ryan, you may want to hang on to that ball because that's the first touchdown scored on the campus of Mesa Verde High School. How about that little bit of history there for you? Take that ball home, frame it, do whatever you want, and congrats to Mesa Verde because they will go on to win this game 20-6. Next, we're heading to Sacramento on the campus of Rosemont High School. The Wolverines hosting the Union Mine Diamondbacks. Student section rocking the pink. We'll pick this up in the second quarter. Diamondbacks with the ball. Jaden Tinker takes the handoff. And just like a teenager running home on a Friday night to make curfew, Tinker is going to run this all the way to the house. That gave Union Mine a 7-0 lead, but Rosemont would answer back on the final play of the first half. Frankie Cervantes, he's going to hit Michael Cherry in the corner of the end zone for the equalizer. Beautiful touchdown there. But Union Mine would outscore Rosemont 21-8 in the second half, and the Diamondbacks hang on to win this one 28-14. Now, staying in Sacramento, next we're heading to Johnson High School, where the Warriors are hosting the Foothill Mustangs, also of Sacramento. We'll pick this one up in the fourth quarter. Johnson ball. Kamarie Smith going deep. And Kirk Brown the third. Oh, look at this catch. Kirk Brown, get on down. He runs this in for the touchdown, and the crowd is absolutely buzzing there. Don't believe me? Just watch. Wait for it. There they go. Look at that. But Foothill, they would answer back. Xavier Smith, he's going to throw a dime to David Lewis, and Lewis showing some nice hands as he gets the touchdown catch there. Now, unfortunately, we did not get a final score for this game. Who knows? Maybe they're still playing right now. So may the best team win. But good stuff all the way around. And thank you guys for putting up with me the last 8 minutes.